What is up, everybody? Jaco here today, and today I have an interesting topic to talk about, and that has to be the single life of Jaco Ryan, right? This is not just for me, this is for everybody who wants to hear it. Now, I'm not telling you that you can't have success on a dating app. That is not the reason why I'm making this video. But, however, dating apps nowadays are worse than they ever been. And you might say, well, why are they worse than they've ever been? One, because there's so many different variety of apps. Two, because there's so much variety of people on those apps, meaning have different agendas. And what I mean by that is you have people who are looking for casual relationships, you have people looking for short-term relationships, you have people strictly looking for platonic friends, you have people looking for long-term relationships, and you have the people who are looking for a lifetime partner, meaning somebody you're going to marry in the next few years, right? That's a lot of variety and a lot of different people, right? And if I'd had to say, first of all, I'm on a lot of dating apps, let's just get that out there. If I had to say the worst dating app that's the most populated, has to be Tinder. Tinder is full of fake accounts, people trying to get you to go to an Instagram, people just messing around. Tinder is literally, I guess, known as hookup culture dating app. Now, when you talk hookup, like the first thing when someone says I'm only looking for a casual relationship, the first thing I think of my head is somebody's just looking to get pounded out, pretty much. It's like, what is a casual relationship mean to you? Let me know if you guys have an answer to that, because we got a cop coming by. Hold on. Sorry, I just want to let that police officer pass. But what does a casual relationship mean to you? So, that being said, what it means to me is I just think somebody wants to hook up, and that's not what I'm looking for. Now, that might be what somebody else is looking for, but that's not what I'm looking for. I have plenty of people that I could reach out to and be like, yo, you just want to like bang it out, and they'll be like, yeah, of course. But that's not what makes me happy. What makes me happy is having somebody in my life who I can benefit and they can benefit me. And until you realize it's better to give than receive, I don't think you can have a successful and healthy relationship. But that being said, back to the topic of relationships, and not relationships, dating apps. So originally I thought Bumble was pretty decent, but that's been flooded by, fake users as well, and people not taking it serious. And then I saw Hinge, and Hinge, like all these apps I've paid for, all these apps I've tried and spent money on, and I think the more like invested you are into it, meaning your like valuable time, is the less you'll get out of it. And I think that like people are like, yeah, you should meet somebody organically. Like, my situation's very different. You guys know I work from home. I'm an introverted person, and I literally just go to the gym, and any girl at the gym just doesn't want to be talked to, or there's already a bunch of guys flirting with them. It's just how it is, right? So I don't really have ways to meet people. And you might say, well, go to a club. Well, I don't want to go to a club because I'm not a club person. If I meet somebody at a club, chances are they're a club person. What's the chances are there's just some random person going because they're trying to meet somebody. And it's all about ratios. Yes, there's more single women than single men, but the single women don't try, and they don't try because it's so easy for them. So it's like I debated, because these apps that I take serious, I like post my daughter, and I'm, I present myself as this loving father, which I truly am, and the loving, devoted father that, loves his princess. And I thought that's something that would attract people and be like, this guy treats his daughter like a queen. He seems like an amazing man. That's the whole notion behind it. But I don't know if having a daughter, first of all, my daughter's gorgeous. First of all, let's just put that out there. But I don't know if even having a gorgeous daughter is more beneficial to me looking like I don't have a kid. Now, I don't want to lie, because I'm not a person who lies. But I also have to ask myself, that's something that you can say later on. So the question is, do you show all your cards, or you don't show all your cards? And maybe saying that you have a kid is good enough than showing your kid. But also, I do show off my daughter because I think she's so wonderful. I think she's so beautiful. So it's like, why not? she's watching her show. But it's like, yeah, she's just very important to me. And then I say to myself, should I use my best photos? First of all, I don't post photos that are like filtered, or I don't wear makeup, so I'm just like, they're regular photos. Do they look good? Yeah, they look good, but they're my best photos. And I think that you want to kind of be a little bit more realistic and use average photos than your best photos. But I'm not a girl, so I'm not wearing makeup, I'm not using filters, so I don't know how much better my photos can get, but, or worse. But so these people don't want to stay behind the line. That being said, it's like, do I want to continue this, or do I want to start over as this non-person showing off my daughter and stuff like that? But just the apps in general, first of all, there's so many, and there's so many bad ones, and I tend to use the ones that have the most people on them because I think that I have the best chance. And now I thought about, maybe I should meet somebody outside the country, maybe I should meet somebody outside the state. But with that scenario, it's like, you have to live with me, because a long distance relationship is just not going to work. And the big issue is, where I live, like, all the single people that I'm connecting with are in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach area in general, and I'm an hour away from Palm Beach and 2 hours away from Miami. So a lot of people, I think, don't tend to take me serious because they're like, this guy's far away, this guy's 2 hours away, why would I fall in love with him? And I actually was with the mother of my daughter, and she lived an hour and a half away from me, and we made it work. So I think that if you're willing she's randomly laughing. But if you're willing to make it work, why does distance matter, right? It really shouldn't. So I think people just gotta put in the effort. And now I have met many women, and I've had, I try not to go on many dates. And the reason why is because unless I feel like that person has, oh my God, this person's so slow. Unless I feel this, I just don't know how to use the turn signal. Unless I feel that person has potential, it's like, why even go out? Why waste my money? Why waste my time? Why waste anything, right? So I tend to add people, and from their dating photos to their Instagram photos, they look like a completely different person. From their Instagram photos to their video chats, they look like a completely different person. God bless America, what they're gonna look like when you see them in person. And I get it, and I'm a big believer that looks aren't everything, but if you're gonna present yourself a certain way, that's why I asked a lot of girls, I'm like, why do you guys use so much filters? And it makes me feel like they're so insecure, and they're like not happy with their skin, and they're worried about what people think of them. And at the end of the day, if you can't accept your insecurities and you can't accept your flaws, why do you expect somebody else to accept your flaws? You think somebody's gonna see you in person and you're not wearing your filters, or just be like, oh, you look good, you look great? I feel like women just want to be lied to, and I'd rather not be with a woman who wants to be lied to. I want to be with a woman who wants to know the truth. And the truth is, even myself, my skin is not perfect. I definitely have flaws and bumps and dots and this and that, but we all do, right? We all do. So why try to hide it? And now I get it. I'm not telling people not to wear makeup. That's not what I'm trying to say. And I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. By all means, do whatever, makes you happy. But what I am trying to say is, I think makeup should be used to enhance specific things. Eyeliner, a little bit of foundation, maybe some blush, but not a whole cake, right? Not a whole cake of makeup. That's just crazy. I don't think okay, maybe a guy likes a girl with makeup that doesn't have to wait for it and doesn't have to deal with it. He might say, wow, you look beautiful. But no guy wants to, deal with the woman putting it on, taking it off, and then having to deal with that, or waiting for that. They don't want to deal with that. So, you can believe what you really want. But so I met people. I thought I met somebody that it was going to pan out, and then this list of cons just kept adding up. And I don't know if they're I wouldn't say they're red flags. I'll tell you one thing, and I'm not trying to pick a person apart. This is one minimal thing that just I just couldn't look. This is not the one thing that made me not want to be with this person. Let me just say that. This is just one thing that was on top of a bunch of things that made me not want to be with this person. So this person was very particular about their leg hair. And I barely noticed this girl had leg hair. But you know what I did notice? That she had very long arm, like on her arms and then on her stomach. And I'm all for grooming, and I think girls should take care of themselves. But again, I'm not going to tell a woman how to live their life. If a woman wants to have hair, she can have hair. That's just not my personal preference, and we're all allowed to have personal preferences. So I didn't say anything to her because I'm not that type of guy. I'm not going to be like, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you trim your stomach hair or your... No, I'm not going to change. I'm not going to fully make a woman change to satisfy me. That's not the type of guy that I am. But if your leg hair that I don't even notice bothers you, but that doesn't bother you, that's a little bit concerning for me. And that's what kind of like was a con to me, that this person, you know, made me wait on them to shave their legs, but they didn't take care of other areas that are less feminine. To have hair there makes it less feminine. So that was that. You know, there's a bunch of other relationships, but nothing really panned out. And you know, there's girls that I think before my... Oh, look at the Wabbit. Go Wabbit, go! Go Wabbit, go! He's so cute. But I think a lot of these girls I would give more of an opportunity and chances to if I didn't have a daughter. But because I have a daughter, it's like, I'm not gonna waste my time with you. I'm not going to pretend like I'm going to be in a relationship with you if I'm not. I'm not going to lead you on for sex or anything like that. So I'm very honest. I'm very upfront. And I try not to be too blunt because I'm not trying to be like a jerk. And that's not who I am. That's not how I'm trying to portray myself. So once my time on there expires, which I think is around my 30th birthday, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop trying. And the reason why I'm going to stop trying is I think that once my daughter's a little bit older and we're doing things together, like going to Disney World, Rapids, all these fun amusement parks, like, I think somebody's going to notice me. I think somebody's going to be like, wow, this guy looks like a great father. Let me go up to him and talk to him. Versus now where I'm like very overprotected of my daughter. We don't have communication really. So it's very, very difficult. So I think it will come to me. I just have to be patient. 30's not that old. I know there's a lot of single people much older, but I also started a Facebook group in my community for singles. So that's interesting as well. Maybe somebody joins that I like. Right now, I think we're at 150 people. So it's, you know, it's continuing to grow. So I'm Jake, guys. Just want to give you an update on dating apps, my life on the dating apps, and how I've been. Take care. Say bye-bye, baby. Say bye-bye. You're not going to say anything? Okay.